trying to wait for y'all, but you were waiting for me. That was very nice. What's up? How are y'all doing?
Hi.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for being here. We're having us. It's so exciting to be here.
Thank you for being here. So wait, you shot this in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Had y'all ever really hung out there before?
Nope.
No.
Yep. I was gonna say, what was your favorite part? Because I imagine you hadn't really hung there much.
I don't know. It was great. You know, we've spent 20 seasons, a different location every season finale, and at this point, we have really covered like every corner of the country, but we hadn't spent a lot of time in the Midwest. So we had just come off our 20th season, which we shot in London and Paris, and was a total literal and figurative departure. So coming back and coming sort of to the heartland of the country was fantastic. Yeah. It's amazing. It's a part we haven't explored. It's totally unique. It's immigrant populations. It's food culture. It's indigenous foodways. There was a lot to celebrate and explore.
Yeah. What did you think?
I mean, I grew up right on the other side of the lake from Milwaukee in Michigan.
Yeah.
So my brother was able to sail over for one of the challenges, hang out for the day.
Sail over,
he
fancy.
Did. He is that guy.
Okay.
He is that guy. But it was really nice for my first season in this role, being nervous, as one would be, and having close proximity to my family brought me comfort. So that was really, really nice to be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about shooting in a new location, our producers do such a great job of finding sort of really interesting challenges to come up with, great foodstuffs that are there. And it really just opens up our eyes to all that these particular cities or states have to offer.
That's kind of exciting to still be learning. You know, you've been doing it for so long and still learn something new. I think that we should always be in that state of learning. So what did you learn about Wisconsin dishes?
There's more than cheese in Wisconsin.
Yeah, but if they just had cheese, it'd be fine.
And we ate a lot of it.
Yeah.
It was 3 meals a day.
It would be rude if you didn't.
Absolutely. That is right.
Whenever you go to a city, if there's a great farmer's market, you know there's good foodways there. And going to Madison has one of the best farmers markets in the world, probably. It all revolves around the capital. And the interesting thing is you have to actually walk around in one direction, counterclockwise. If you go against the grain, people will tell you very politely, they will tell you, it is the Midwest, to go and walk in the other direction. But there's so much there. You know, there's a cocktail culture there that's great. Supper clubs, relish trays. Like,
What's a relish tray?
You'll find out. You'll see.
Okay. It's delicious. If you ever go to a Wisconsin Supper Club, it is always the first thing on the menu, and you do not want to miss it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I grew up with a pickle plate, but I think
Similar.
Is it?
Yes.
Same thing.
We call it pickle plates.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So what about the format do you think changed this season?
There were a lot of things. Well, first of all, Kristen, this is her first season as our host, and that's really exciting. And it gave us a chance. Yeah, we can definitely.
Not only on it, but now,
to reset a little bit, right? To have someone come in with a new perspective when you've been in the same job for almost 20 years, 21 seasons. It sometimes helps to have someone else come in from the outside and see things more objectively, and allows you to make more changes. So we did a few things this season to the format of the show that I think our viewers will really appreciate and get excited about. The first is that usually we give away immunity in our quick fires. So you know, you did a quick fire for us many seasons ago, and usually the winner gets immunity going into the big challenge of that episode. Well, we've taken that away because we're cruel, mean, terrible people. We're
no opportunity or chance for
forget
that.
it. You are all being, no. So that makes them work a little harder because no one is immune. Everybody can go home, everybody, anyone. But we give immunity away actually in the elimination challenge, in the big challenge at the end of the episode for the following episode. So it really changes how the chefs cook. It changes how we have the conversation about who goes home and who stays. And in terms of the format of the show, I think it was really big.
With every quickfire, there is a money prize. So collectively over the season, there's about $100K up for grabs in just quickfires alone.
Heck yeah.
Should you win.
Nothing like money to motivate.
Exactly.
So you won Top Chef. So how's the experience now? Because you're on the, I've done a show where I am a contestant, and then I've also been like a coach. So I've done the same kind of thing, and it's interesting. It's very different.
It is. It's you know, I think there's a little bit of empathy there, but there's also a lot of knowledge about what you can do, how far you can push yourself, how much more you can do. It's not just about playing it safe to make it to the next round. It's really about showcasing your skills, your talents to the best of your ability. And if that takes you to the win, great. But it's not just about who wins. It's about the collective story about people doing what they love in an industry that we love.
Yeah, it's cool. Tables have turned. Well, you're pretty vocal about food waste, Tom, which is very important. So how do you think people at home can do better?
Well, first let's tee this up. So we waste as a country about 40% of what we produce. And there's waste along the entire production line. In the farms, there are things that are left behind. When it goes to the sorting facilities, if things aren't perfectly straight, a zucchini, for instance, it gets discarded. In supermarkets, if the display starts to look a little weak, things get thrown out. And then at home, we waste about 25% of what we purchase. And so as a consumer and at home, one of the best things, I like to call it Fridge Friday. Every Friday, go into your refrigerator, clean it out. Find out, a couple carrots that are sitting in the crisper that if you wait a couple more days, you're going to throw them in the garbage. Use them in a soup. My grandparents, lived through a depression, and so I learned a lot from them. Where, if you had dinner, leftovers were turned into breakfast or lunch the next day.
Yeah.
And I try to do the same thing at home.
Also, instead of just tossing it, there's, compost. There's things you can do.
Well, yes,
It's like
yeah. If it's composted, it's not wasted. Exactly,
yeah, that's what I mean. But I don't think people think like that anymore because, like you said, people don't really focus on life skills or teaching that in school anymore. Even how to cook or how to even manage your, checkbook. Right. What am I from the '80s? I just said checkbook. But manage your money. People they don't do that anymore. And I feel like they used to. So I'm with you. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with a few chefs from Top Chef, Tom Colicchio, Gail Simmons, and Kristen Kish. Well, when you've got world-class chefs on your show, you got to play a game about world-class foods from around the globe. This is Fair from Where? Fair from where? That's new.
That was great.
I love my band. Okay, Lord, are you there? Yes. You're welcome.
That's amazing.
I am here. Hello, Kelly, and hello, chefs. Today, we got a quiz about foods from around the world.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a hint by telling you the region we're asking about. Then, I'm going to ask you a question about a food, and you have to hit your button and identify the food. Now, you can hit your button whenever, but be careful because I will stop reading the question and the other team can steal. All right? Our teams are Kelly and Kristen versus Tom and Gail. Yeah. The double K versus the T and G.
All right.
Let's do this. First up, let's head to Canada.
Oh, Canada.
This comforting dish is ideal for those mornings after a long night or for a heart attack. It's got your...
What is poutine?
Oh.
It is poutine.
I was gonna say,
Says the Canadian.
the French fries with the curds and the gravy.
Look at that.
Oh, I was like,
so
no,
good.
literally, what is poutine? I was like, I don't know what that
Poutine is one of the greatest foods of all time. If you don't know, it is
just said
French
fries?
fries covered in gravy and then smothered in cheese curds. Not melted cheese. Cheese curds. They have to be real cheese curds that squeak, but then they just melt a little bit over the gravy and the French fries.
Okay, I like it. I can't believe I haven't had it. It's like, okay.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, next we're going to head
I'm gonna
to
suck at this. Yeah,
South Korea. We're heading to South Korea. My favorite of the Koreas. Uh-oh, just started a war. Okay, here you go.
God.
If you want a probiotic to get things moving, you can enjoy this.
Kimchi.
I knew that one.
It's kimchi.
I knew that one, but I didn't want to say
There you go, Kristen. There you go. Kristen got it, and we got a tie right now. We got ourselves a game here.
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen.
tiebreaker. Yes. Tiebreaker.
Okay, here is your next one. Let's head to France for this one. Heading on over. There we go. In the film of the same name, this dish was called a peasant's dish.
Ratatouille.
It is ratatouille. Yeah. There you go, Tom. Wow. And that's 2 points
I think we
for
can count it as
ratatouille.
a button.
Here's the thing, though.
And just throw it
I
out there.
don't actually know the answer, so you don't want me to hit the
No,
button.
you do. Yes,
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ratatouille, a.k.a. health code violation. Okay, here's your next one, moving on over to jolly old England. Oh, bring us some of this dish.
You know it?
I was gonna say. No, too. That's what I was gonna say.
Figgy pudding.
It's figgy pudding. Unbelievable.
No idea.
Kristen was quick on that one.
Look, you just told me to hit the
Figgy
button,
pudding.
so I did.
Figgy pudding was
impressive.
also the name I used to dance under. Okay, here is Oh, that horn, that means the plane is out of fuel, so we're going to make an emergency landing for our last question. This one is worth, I don't know, 400 points. Why not? Who cares? Our final stop is in Texas. Come on, Kelly.
I'm going to be so disappointed in myself.
It's not easy to get this lactose-loving dip right. It's a combo. Kelly. You know it's queso. It's all over. Kelly and Kristen are the winners. Congratulations.